Hello, investors. My name is Joe Torre. I'm an investment counselor here at Real Wealth. And today we're going to do a short video on what to expect when investing in real estate. And this is a common thing I find with investors. A lot of them are sitting on the sidelines. They're unsure about what they're getting themselves into if they invest in real estate, because it sounds kind of scary to buy a house 1,000 miles away that you're not going to be there to look after. And it's a fairly large investment and it's not liquid. So what we're trying to do in today's video is just talk about what you can expect by investing in real estate. Specifically, we'll talk about how passive is passive investing. You always hear the term, it's a passive investment, but how much time does it really take out of your schedule? Also, your expectation should be that you will need a portfolio. You can't just buy one house and think you're done. You'll need a portfolio to achieve your financial goal. And also, I want to make a clear vision of what your end goals should be by investing in real estate. Okay, so how passive is passive? Your property manager will do most of the work, manage the day-to-day operations of your properties. They'll find tenants for you. They'll field service calls when the toilet's backed up or something needs to be fixed. So most of the heavy lifting is done by a property manager. But that doesn't mean that you have no role at all. Your role is to review your monthly statements every month, and a lot of people don't do this. They get complacent. Everything's on autopilot, so they forget about it because they're busy. It should only take about an hour a month to look at your statements to see what happened with your property. Did the rents come in on time? Did the expenses get paid, and how much money you're netting, and whether it got deposited to your bank account? And that hour is pretty flexible. I mean, if you have 2 or 3 or 4 properties with one property management company, it'll still take an hour because everything's in one place in one report and one statement on their online portal. Occasionally, when you have a tenant turn, you'll have to also provide guidance to your property manager. Do you want to allow pets or don't allow pets? Do you want to allow dogs but not cats? What's your policy on that? You're the owner, so they're going to look to you for guidance on that. And also, how do you feel about the Section 8 program or other tenants? And then, of course, you have to approve repair estimates. Usually, the repairs are done below a certain threshold, like say 250. They'll just send a handyman out to fix it. But anything above that threshold, they have to get your permission to spend the money. So they'll send you an explanation of what work needs to be done, and then also how much it would cost with an estimate from the handyman, and then you can approve it. So normally that doesn't take much time. You might spend, you might have a tenant turn once every couple of years. You might have repair estimates once or twice a year. But for the most part, it should take only about an hour a month to monitor your investments. So I like to say that passive investing, you should think of it as hands off, eyes on. So you take your hands off because your property manager is doing most of the heavy lifting and you don't want to step on her toes, leave it alone. But you should also keep your eyes on it to make sure you're monitoring your investment and making sure that it's performing as you expect it, and don't let things get out of hand. Okay, second point, you'll need a portfolio. So let's take a look at this scenario here. This is a simplified example. Let's say you only own one property and you bought it for 250K. It rents for 2,000 a month. All the expenses, including the mortgage, is 1,800 a month. So you're netting 200 a month in positive cash flow. Well, 200 a month is good, but it's not a lot of money in the grand scheme of things. Even if you pay the property off and you have no mortgage left, your monthly cash flow will go up to 1,200 a month. That's still pretty good, but it's not a life-changing number. And that's what we're looking for, is a life-changing number, something that will allow you to become job optional, or something that will allow you to send your kids to a better school, or whatever it is you want to spend your money on, take a vacation. So imagine if you had 5 such properties. Now you have 5,000 a month coming in. Well, that's a lot better. And 10 properties, you have 10,000 a month coming in. So those are the kinds of numbers we're looking for. You eventually want to reach a state where you have that kind of cash flow coming in. So you have a lot of flexibility and a lot of stability in your financial life. So the bottom line is you should expect to build a portfolio to reach your goals. Don't think you can just buy one house and forget about it. You really need multiple properties. That also gives you diversification. You're not dependent on one house and one geographic location. Finally, what should your end goal be? Your end goal should be to own a rental income portfolio like the ones we just described. It'll give you diversification from the stock market. And over time, it will enable you to create wealth through rental income, tax write-offs, principal pay down, and appreciation. And eventually, you want to reach the point where your portfolio generates enough income so that you can be job optional. It doesn't mean you have to retire. It just means you could if you wanted to, because you're job optional. So how to get there? Start small, start today. People get overwhelmed by the idea of buying 5 or 10 houses in different parts of the country, and it seems daunting, but it's not. You just get started with one, buy one property, and then repeat. And after the first one, it gets pretty easy. All you're doing is planting seeds. You put your down payment down, your tenants will pay off the mortgage for you over time, and you'll accumulate wealth. So that's pretty much a snapshot of what to expect when you're investing in real estate. It's not completely passive, but it's 90-95% passive. And you can look forward to building a portfolio over time and achieving financial independence. To learn more, just go to realwealth.com and get a free membership. You can click on this button here. It says join for free. And you can watch the core curriculum, which is 4 short videos, about 15 minutes each, that'll tell you everything you need to know to get started. It's like a crash course in investing. And then beyond that, there's over 900 webinars on all manner of real estate topics, anything that you're interested in. And also, we have weekly educational webinars every Thursday. And those webinars are added to our website every Friday, by end of day Friday. And when you're ready, you can speak to an experienced investment counselor, ask all your questions, get your questions answered, and get advice. And all of this is for free. So you can start building your portfolio, and we can be there to walk you through the process. So I hope you found that helpful. Thanks for watching.